I've been playing a game called Little Nightmares.
Okay.
Which, Limbo, and the one that came after it called something or other. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, that the whole
Inside,
that was it. A stylish-looking game where you travel from left to right, moving the odd thing, and keep travelling from left to
I
right.
feel very claustrophobic in 2 dimensions.
Well, it's not 3 dimensions, but in 2D. This is a game. It's a very dark, horror-y style, Tim Burton-y style, Nightmare Before Christmas-y.
Yeah.
It's got a sort of stop-motion-y animation style.
Okay.
You're this little, I assume, girl in a yellow coat, and you're basically just walking along, and you'll get to a room, and there'll be a little bit of a puzzle where you have to open a door or move a thing and then do stuff, or pull a switch and then run through in time, or the usual kind of stuff. All that sort of
familiar kind of format, yeah.
And it's almost exactly like both those other games, but not quite as good.
Right.
Mainly because for some reason, I don't know. I think it's a higher budget game. It feels like a higher budget game, but it feels like a higher budget game with less polish.
Oh, okay. What? So they were successful with Quirky Thing before, and now they've been given a vast budget, and it's kind
Well,
of...
no, it's not even them. It's a different company.
I see.
This is a different team.
Oh, so
those,
they didn't get what the...
Yeah, it doesn't have the thing that the other two have that really made it something interesting.
Okay.
Also, I got a bit fed up with it and stopped playing it after I died and was sent back too far.
The old save game problem, yeah.
Yeah.
It's spoiled by autosaves.
Yeah, because it something that Limbo did quite badly was the old surprise death.
Oh, right.
So, you'd be walking along and then, boom, dead. And then you then know from then on, actually, that's where you're going to die.
Oh, having to learn a series of invisible pitfalls and death traps.
Yeah. And this does it as well, to a certain extent.
Yeah, that reminds me a lot of Spectrum games in the old days, where in lieu of gameplay, they just had sudden shocks and surprises, and it became a memory exercise. Okay, now I need to walk left 3 places and then see what happens. That kind of thing. Like, am I thinking Another World?
Yeah.
That was very, very...
Flash
if you
and
don't
flashback.
press... Yeah, flashback. And Dragon's Lair, of course.
We don't talk about Dragon's Lair.
Yeah. Laser discs, they're the future.
Yeah.
But, the idea that it's...
When did Dragon's Lair become something that people respected?
It was awful. I remember seeing it in an actual arcade cabinet in Butlins in like 1980-something or other. And I'd put my 10p's in and I'd get, like... I don't think I ever got to the 3rd screen, very quickly, even then, my young, undiscerning, inexperienced self realised that this was bullshit and moved away.
I always get the feeling that there's the people who were around when it came out, like us, who... And it came out over a period of about 15 years, the various versions, who mocked it for just being, it's a game where you push some buttons, it's not really a game. And then there's a bunch of people who came after us who see it as this big, massive design brilliance. And then there's the people now who haven't heard of it.
Yeah, but the people...
And I envy the people who haven't heard of it.
The people who came after lack the essential context of Dragon's Lair, which was that every time you cock up and die, you have to put another 10p in the slot.
Yeah.
Now, if you're just playing that as a an Amiga reboot or whatever, PC remake or whatever, where it didn't cost you 10p every time you died, you'd probably treat it a lot more charitably.
Yeah,
you just keep bouncing up and trying again. But it was essentially a kind of a very early payment model that people who bitch about cash shops today have no idea. Yeah. I remember the fairground came to... do you remember jumpers for goalposts? Help, I'm going into reverie. Yeah, but the idea that... Because before the Spectrum, before my first proper computer, for computer gaming in the home, largely my experience with computer gaming would be when the fun fair came to town and they'd have a tent full of arcade machines, and I'd go in there with a big old fistful of 10p's, and that was it. That was gaming. That was where you learnt the cutting edge of entertainment technology. Nowadays, no one even understands why some places like that still exist at seaside towns, and everyone at home's got an Xbox that can generally do much better than anything you see.
It's mainly for coin pushers.
Well,
or if you ever really want an interesting thing, have a look at videos about what happens inside a coin pusher. God, they are rigged.
Anyway, I've completely forgot what I was talking about. Yes, so the idea that Dragon's Lair is bullshit.
Yeah, it really is.
Yes,
this isn't that bad. This is much better, and it's not a bad game by any means. It's just, I don't know. for the first couple of these style of games, just walking from left to right was fine. And then Inside came and introduced the innovation of, for a while, you walk from right to left before you start walking from left to right. And this embraces...
That's not an innovation. Dizzy had that.
This embraces things fully and does that too. So, I don't know. It looks stylish.
Yeah.
But the actual...
Well, that can be the thing. The style and the story and the narrative and the context there, that can be fascinating, even though the basic mechanics of moving a block from one side of the screen to another and back again.
But at the moment...
While other blocks coming down and try not to be stood on, and that's fairly weak.
I hate the term, but the... what is it? Storytelling? Thingy storytelling. Environmental storytelling.
Oh.
Stupid term. It isn't really matching up to... what's going on, and so it's not keeping me interested enough. I mean, Inside kept me very interested because there was obviously something interesting going on in the background.
Yes,
but in this case, what's going on in the background is, oh look, it's the big monstery thing.
So they're not really telling the story with the set design and the art.
Yeah,
as it were.
There's a story they're telling, but it's not a very interesting one compared to say Inside, which is I want to know more about.
Yeah,
and I got to the end of Inside and really wanted to know more about what was going on.
So they probably they phoned it in a bit with the level design then, or is just rather incoherent.
I don't know. I think it's just. I haven't finished it, so I don't know if it gets better towards the end. But
should you have to expect it to pick up? I'm not enjoying this, but it might get better.
Yeah, no.
It's usually one of the bad reasons to be gaming.
Yeah, do not keep doing that. That is a terrible reason to play a game.
Yeah.
And something that game reviewers need to remember.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to, are they? They have to complete the game. But yeah, I don't know. This is. It's a game which should be better than it is. I mean,
could be more.
It does look gorgeous, and it controls well, and it plays brilliantly, and it is really good. But then it doesn't do anything with that.
Flicking through a poster book instead, or reading a graphic novel or whatever.
Yeah, instead. So far it's failed to take that and do anything with it. It doesn't run with what it has.
Does it actually need to be a game? Yeah. That sounds disappointing.
It is. It's not doing anything new. And that's disappointing because you know how these things happen. Somebody will do something successful, and then people will turn it into a genre.
Yes,
and they don't always pick the things that made that first thing good. Well, Minecraft being a good example. Most Minecraft clones do not understand why Minecraft was successful.
Yeah,
and true. I don't think this understood why Inside and things were.
You sort of pick up the superficial things and haven't gained a full understanding of what brings it all together, and then you go off and make a game that looks a lot like the thing you've tried.
It feels like the takeaway they had from it was it's got to look beautiful.
And people like walking from left to right.
And it manages to do those fine, and it's incredibly adept at doing those. It's just it doesn't so far have anything that makes me want to go back in and find out if there's anything more in this world apart from this little girl who is scared of these monstery things in the background.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sounds like a missed opportunity.
It really is.